Maybe it's less about how to exit the matrix and more about how to make the matrix exit us. Because if you only look for how to leave something on the outside, then you will continue to live it from the inside out. Let your grief and rage radicalize you. Let us finally rise up and stand together united against all the ways in which this toxic colonial patriarchal matrix, this false system, has infiltrated us and has conditioned our ways of thinking, of feeling, of behaving, of acting towards ourselves and others. On the mental level, we have the conditioning that productivity defines your self-worth, that rest is laziness, that we should earn our life, that we need to fight for something, that there is not enough. This scarcity mindset, which leads to greed and competition, to individualism over collectivism, that we have to do it all ourselves and that success is a one-man show, that obedience to external power, which completely cancels inner authority, truth and wisdom which comes from within, from intuition, from gut knowing, from ancestral knowing. This white supremacist logic of the patriarchy, which labels rationality as the only truth, and materialist scientific logic over this deep wisdom, somatic wisdom also of the earth, of all the bodies. This idea of linear, structured time, extractive time as a commodity. Time is money, instead of believing and working with cyclical, natural ways of living. Emotional conditioning, which is pushing us to suppress our emotion and to be in a constant state of reactivity and disconnection. Basically in a constant trauma loop where we are disconnected from primal ways of feeling, like rage, like grief, like anger, like frustration, all these negative emotions which are completely pushed down and under a big layer of fear of abandonment in the end, fear of feeling like if we overstep, if we are too much, we will be outcast, we will be pushed to the edges of society and we will be alone and die. This overarching fear that leads us to silence our truth, to behave in unauthentic ways and to people please, to appease an external power or authority figure by just being obedient and calm and compliant in the end. Docile, compliant sheep, this symbol of the good girl or whatever you want to call it, this shame as a control mechanism, masking our inner wisdom and leading to inner fragmentation and obedience, completely cutting out our sensitivity, shadowing our vulnerability, and leading us to be in a constant state of fawning, fight or flight, emotional suppression and detachment from self, complete dissociation and numbing out in face of reality that is too hard, too much to bear. Overall, even the system has hijacked and taken over, turned around the concepts of love, partnership and family. It has controlled and conditioned us to fall in love with people that we actually do not love, but we can become attached to and we feel safe with, because our nervous system is overloaded and it doesn't know anything else but this constant drama loop of attachment, of insecurity, of playing games, of manipulation. So on a nervous system level, the system has conditioned us to be in a constant state of hypervigilance, stuck in this trauma loop of survival strategies, of fight or flight, of fawning, like I already said. Dissociation, numbness, detaching from our inner wisdom, detaching from our somatic wisdom, our body's true momentary responses, from our senses, putting the mind over everything, completely detaching from more primal, more archaic, more animalistic ways of knowing and sensing. There is people pleasing for just being safe and peaceful, when actually peace in this society which is at war is compliance. We are not trusting ourselves and others well enough to speak our truth, so we are constantly living the lie and recreating the lies that are being fed to us. We are addicted to stimulation, to distraction, which is destruction. We are addicted to the dopamine shoots of some kind of substances, to medias, to quick fixes like sex or relationships, which are not based in truth, which are not based in actual evolution. There is this underlying chronic stress, the fear and the threat of burnout, constantly running in circles and in this hamster wheel of progress and needing ever more, instead of being fulfilled and being at ease with what we have and who we are. And then from this chronic stress and running, rest is seen as a recovery more than a right. Abundance is seen as some illusionary, faraway goal, instead of the primary base and foundation of this reality. How can we, in practice, exit the matrix? How can we escape from a system which has conditioned and colonized all our ways, all levels of our existence? Colonized our attention, our feeling, our emotion, our energy, our desires, our movement and breath. There's many ways, and this is really not a time to feel desperate and to feel like we don't have a choice. This is the time to stand up and to choose with every of our thought, words and actions to build the healthy alternative, to build a fertile world connected in liberation and love for all. Some ways are to name the lies, to write down everything that was told to you, that you believed, but you now know that it is not the truth and it is not your truth that you want to share and live. Re-educate. Deprogram by cutting out all toxic medias, all mainstream medias. Throw out your TV and radio if you haven't already. Don't look at the newspaper except for maybe mocking the ways in which they are trying to twist our attention and awareness. Practice radical honesty with yourself first and with everyone around you. Feel it all. Allow all the feelings and emotions to arise and act on them if you feel like you need to. Don't act it in, don't act it out, but just let them wash over you. They are not meant for you to hold on to them. This leads to somatic work also, understanding how our nervous system is connected to the body, how our breath is a sacred and so simple and always present anchor to work with what is going on inside of us. Practice rest as resistance. Practice creativity and art as pleasure and a means of connecting instead of needing to be productive or earn something with it. It is so valuable to take back our energy and time, the ways in which we are moving in the world, into our own terms, to not work for some outside entity or system anymore. Stop paying taxes. Stop paying taxes to systems which are deliberately bombing innocent beings in other parts of the world. Stop giving your money, energy, time and attention to those structures, to those entities which are colonizing, extracting and destroying life on this magical planet. You have the power in your hands by boycotting big enterprises, by not giving your money and your power anymore to these systems. connect with natural allies and natural medicines. There is wisdom in the soil and in every plant. And if we allow ourselves to get truly still and to listen again, they will share it with us deliberately. You are never alone if you just allow yourself to get in touch with nature again, to reintegrate yourself in the ecosystem that is surrounding us, to not feel separate anymore, to not feel like we are disconnected from nature. We are nature. This earth, Mother Earth, is our home. It is us. And if we can truly feel that interwovenness again, then we can act from a different place. Because this illusion of separation is what keeps us stuck. It's what keeps us victims to outside circumstances and keeps us trapped in this illusion that we have to do it all ourselves and we have to battle and struggle for survival. Please ban the attitude and the word struggle from your life. This planet is for us to live and to thrive in, for all of us. There is more than enough for all of us. It is simply a way of seeing, perceiving, and acting upon it, to build resilience in yourself and in your communities, to weave, to connect, to create healthy alternatives, to create already from a safe place and not out of needing to produce something, but creativity as healing and as connection and as resistance, rest as sacred resistance. Becoming more aware, more conscious of what we consume, not only on the physical plane, in the material sense of what we drink and what we eat. Every food carries a specific vibration. Is it highly processed industrial food, which is not only destroying our body, but also sustaining and fueling those companies which are keeping us enslaved? Not to mention the tap water, which is now highly poisonous and also controlling the health and consciousness of the whole world population. But also on the metaphysical, on the energetic level, what we take in, what we integrate into our lives and beings, be it messages, be it truths, be it music, be it any kind of vibration that we overlay on our perceptions then. And all in all, live as if the revolution of love, humanity and fertility has already won. Because on other planes it already has. It is simply for us to remind ourselves that we have this strength, that we have these capacities and powers. You have an army of natural allies, of invisible forces, of all your ancestors standing by your side, having your back, calling for you to rise up, to take a stand, and to make a change in your own awareness and in the world around you.